welcome to Made Simple with us, and I'm Kalawa. So today again we are moving to the part 4 of the video, and today we are going to understand how do we remove brackets in any given algebraic expression. So we can proceed now. You say what? An expression in brackets can be replaced by a term. It can be replaced by a term, or we say what's equivalent to one without brackets. Now, the process is called removing brackets, or what? Expanding brackets. Now, to remove brackets, we use the distributive law. And the distributive law is saying we multiply the term outside the brackets by each of the term inside the bracket. So let me give you an example of this. Let's say we have 4a, and we have the bracket that comprises 2a plus 2. So how do we remove these brackets? Remember, the distributive laws say we should multiply the term outside the brackets. They are referring to this term. This is the term outside the brackets, and by each of the term inside the bracket. So how many terms do we have inside the bracket? We have 2 terms. We have this 2a, and we also have positive 2. So multiply this by this. So let's proceed. So now we multiply 4a. This 4a will multiply to the 2a, and after which the same 4a again we multiply it to the constant 2. So that's what the distributive law is saying. So if we can proceed now, we say what? 4 times 2, this will give us what? 8, and then 8 times a is always a square. And what do we have here? Positive, right? So 4 times 2 again, this gives us 8a. So this is the answer. So I don't need to go back again on how do we have a square. So you can go back and watch part 3, you understand. And before going further, there are some things you must understand if you really want to master. Or now you can remove any brackets from any given algebraic expression. This you must have them in your heart, if I can see. So if we have this sign plus, if we have minus, we say what? Plus times plus, this gives us, and plus times minus, and this gives us, and minus times plus, this gives us, and then what's again, and plus times minus, this gives us. Okay, so we must understand this sign. So plus times plus is always positive, and then minus times minus it's also positive, and then minus times plus is always negative, and then plus times minus is always negative. So get this in your mind. Find a piece of paper and write them down, or you can just get this in your heart, because they are really important in solving algebraic expression, more especially if you are dealing with brackets. So what they are saying, let me give you an example. If we have let's say we have minus 2a into b minus a plus f. So you notice something here. The signs, you can see the signs from the term outside the bracket, and then also we have terms inside the bracket. So what this is demonstrating is that whenever you have short problem and you have positive and then you have negative, the final answer will always be a negative answer. So let me continue again. So if we say now minus 2a multiplied by b, remember the distributive law says we multiply the term outside by each of the term inside the bracket. So if we multiply now, minus 2 times a, this will give us what? Minus 2ab. So the changes here is there's a minus sign here, and if you could go back, we use this law that says minus times plus. So this is a law that apply here. Minus times plus, and this will always end up with what? Negative answer, because this is a negative sign, and this b alone, remember when a letter stands on or a number, that letter or number is always in the positive form. Get that in your mind. And then we go again to the next step. We say what? Minus 2a times what? See, this same minus 2a, we multiply it by minus a. So this will give us what? We first of all say what? Minus times minus. So let's go up here and let's see. Minus times minus, what the answer will be? The answer will always be a positive one. Alright? So minus times minus, this will give us positive 1. So this will give us what? Positive 2a. Are you getting it? So we make use of this sign. This is what we'll make use of. So remember, I'm going with you back so you can remember. And also we have another term here, which is f. So we do the same thing again. Minus 2a, we multiply it to positive f. So we go again. Minus 2a multiplied by positive f. So we say what? Minus times plus, this will give us what? Minus again. This will minus what? 2af. Remember, now we make use of this solar sign again. The same sign, minus times plus. This will give us minus. So this is the sign again we make use of. These are two signs we make use of. So always get that in your mind and try to know them offhand, or perhaps just get it in your heart. So let's take another example. Let's say again we have this is another example, 4 into x plus 1, and this we also have 2 into 2x plus 1. So let's proceed again with this. Remember the same thing again. We multiply the term outside into the term inside the brackets. So 4 multiplied by x, this gives us what? 4x. And then 4 times 1, this gives us plus what? 1. Then we'll continue again. 2 times 2, this gives us what? Positive. Remember there is positive here, there is positive here. So plus times plus is always positive. So 2 times 2 gives us what? 4x. And plus times plus is again plus 2 times 1 is what? 2. So what do we do now? We collect like term. Remember, we did this, I think, in part 2 of the video. You can go back and watch part 2. We collect like term. So what are the like term here? The like term could be what? 4x and plus 4x. And then we also have plus 4 plus 2. These are the like terms, after which we continue. So this now will give us what? 4x plus 4x, this will give 4 plus 4, this is 8. It's what? X plus 4 plus 2, this is what? 6. So are we getting this? So this is 6. And someone may want to ask, and okay, remember that 4x multiplied by 4x is quite different from 4x plus 4x. Why it is quite different? Because of the sign. This is multiplication sign, and this one is addition sign. So remember, for multiplication sign, we take note of the powers, and for addition or subtraction sign, we only consider the coefficients. We add it to coefficients. So for this one, we multiply the coefficient first, 4 multiplied by 4, and then this one, the x and x now leads to indices. Remember, this is x, so we take one of the base and then we add the power. That's 1 plus 1. So this will give us now 4 times 4 is 16x squared. 16x squared. Now when it comes to addition, now we see what we added to. This is 4 plus 4, and we take one of the variable, that is x, to give us what? It's x. So they are different. Don't confused yourself. So this is it, and I don't know, let me take again another example. More example. Let's say again we have minus 3 into 2x minus 4. Why? So how do we go about this again? Remember the sign here, we have here minus 3. So whatever you are doing, they are considering the sign. So we go minus 3 times 2. Remember, when a number or a letter stand on its own, it's always in the positive form. So say this 3 times 2, this is 6, is minus 6, because minus times plus will always give you minus what? Minus 6x. And then minus times minus, now we have minus, we also have here minus, and we are going to multiply this minus 3 to this. So what do we say? We say what? Minus times minus is give us plus, and then 3 times 4 is now give us what? 12. So this is it. This is how you remove any bracket from any algebraic expression. So I'm Kalawa, and we are Made Simple with us. Like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit the notification button so whenever